Hello, my friends. Today, just a quick message. Right now, hoping to get to Hosea chapter 8 after a while, if the Lord's willing. And I just want to show you real quickly the beast and the false prophet as it matches together like peanut butter and jelly. And on your screen, you will see the flags of Israel and the flags of the United States joined together. Whenever the embassy was moved there from America, you'll see why, according to the scriptures. Everything is spoken of this unholy communion according to exactly what has happened. On the screen, I just show one of the many memorabilias of a coin that has this on it. But here we go to the scriptures, which is more important. The beast out of the earth. And then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had two horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. So the two horns like a lamb are representing that it's a Christian nation. It spoke like a dragon, representing the authority that was over Israel whenever Jesus walked the earth, the Pharisaical authority, those who condemned him. This was not the Jews that condemned him, this was Satan who condemned him, and thus Satan was judged by the Lord and put on death sentence. Remember, the Lord did not come just for the sake of man. In fact, his primary reason for coming was to condemn Satan to his death sentence. And it exercised all authority of the first beast on its behalf, and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. Israel, reborn by America in 1948, the fatal wound that once was destroyed whenever the temple was destroyed in 70 AD or whatever that was, now healed and given birth by America. So the Lamb gives birth to the dragon. And it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from the heaven and the earth in full view of the people, which we certainly see that now, don't we? We have rockets and everything else. Because of the signs it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast, it deceived the inhabitants of the earth. This is why Christians who are actually Jews worship Israel, because they are of the same house of Israel. It ordered them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. This is the image of that. This is what it looks like, just as an example of it, where we set up an image honoring this beast that was wounded and yet lived. And it happened as a sign whenever the embassy was moved in 2018. And it deceived the inhabitants of the earth. Of course, it deceived the inhabitants of the earth. As you can see, everyone worshiping Israel. You can't say anything negative about Israel. If that's the case, you're an anti-Semite. Automatically, you're spoken like that. And it's because Satan does not want the truth to be revealed to this generation of people. Now the second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refuse to worship the image to be killed. This is what happens during the Antichrist's reign after the third temple is built. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. And this is all set up after the rapture, after the third temple is built, after the law has been completely reinstituted. And it's given the authority to do it. As we see, it's given the power to perform these signs on behalf of Satan. It's given over to it. And thus the people of the earth are deceived by it, and especially God's chosen people, the Jews, who are actually Christians. They are falling into this trap and leading everyone else to them because of the signs this beast is performing. In other words, we see all of these false churches, they see how the signs that is happening with Israel is all in reference to the biblical signs and the prophecies, because it is. God has given the power to America and to Israel to perform all of these signs, so that you can have the left separated from the right, the sheep separated from the goats. For those who follow the Son know that if you know not the Son, you have not the Father. Yet these ones who worship Israel because it was the building that God brings his sign to, they're worshiping the building, not the builder. They're believing that the Jews who do not know the Son, who reject the Son, are performing prophetic signs on behalf of the Father. And this is the trap the snare that they walk right into because they are blinded by this beast who once was and then was healed. When referring to the nations in Revelation chapter 13, the Lord has given me this now to understand exactly what it means, the beast out of the earth. God bless.